How do top NHL players train in the summer? You are about to find out, because today we'll peek behind the curtain at Prentiss Hockey Performance in Darien, Connecticut, one of the top off-ice facilities in the world. Let's play the tape.
It's an old gas station, maybe 1,000 square feet, filled with some turf, some mats, and a bunch of weights.
This is the last place that you would expect to be where NHL guys are training.
And go. 1, stretch, speed, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 8, come on, 9, 2 more, 11, good. All right, 552.
These images bring back great memories. I interned at this gym almost a decade ago in the summer of 2014. Watching some of the world's best hockey players train hard up close left a big impression on me. I learned a ton about training athletes from Ben Prentiss, and I'll never forget that.
You see these big places in Toronto, Minnesota. There's no doubt in my mind those guys are working hard, but I think people don't realize what's going on here.
82 game schedule, and if they play in the playoffs and go to the Stanley Cup, I think it's like 100 games that they've played. These guys are all hurt in some way. Our job is to get them, all of the cliche, stronger, faster, all those things, but also to get them healthy.
Huge point right there. Many people think that you just throw these guys into the gym on May 1st, shut the door, throw the key away, hand them a barbell, and have them squat, clean, bench, deadlift heavy from the get-go. And they'll come out on the other side in tip-top condition just in time for training camp. Far from it. After a long season, players are nowhere near top shape to do that kind of training. They lose muscle mass and gain body fat, so now they're skinny fat. To make matters worse, injuries pile up over an 80-plus game schedule. The groin, hip flexors, shoulders get banged up. Some guys need to get surgery. All that travel messes up your sleep rhythm. Eating on the road means lots of coffee and processed foods. The first few weeks of the off-season, you just want to get athletes back to health by fixing their diet, which includes eliminating things like sugar, caffeine, grains, dairy, and making sure they sleep long, constant hours. In the gym, you want them moving well without pain, getting their full range of motion back, especially in the hips, ankles, and shoulders, and then we can start pushing their work capacity up so that later in the summer, players can pack on the strength and explosiveness they need to excel heading into next season.
Quick, 2, quick, 3, up, 4, up.
As soon as May starts, I'm in. 7 days a week, May, June, July, and August. It's about getting them better every hour. In the beginning of the summer, zero skating. Typically they lack ankle mobility, hip mobility, all of these things that are affected during skating. The priority is to heal them structurally, make them balanced, get them stronger, get them bigger, get them healthier.
What Ben just did, he described phase 1 of the off-season, called structural balance. Get the guys out of skates and out of the hockey position, which kills your ankle and hip mobility and causes huge imbalances between muscle groups. For example, they got no butt, no hamstrings, no spinal erectors, no upper back whatsoever. So this first phase is all about balancing athletes out. To expand off what Ben also touched on, between May and August, you got only 4 months to transform a player. This is typical with junior and college guys. At the pro level, you often have 8 to 10 weeks, 12 weeks if you're lucky, because the season is that much longer. So there's no time to waste.
Then we'll put them through a general preparation phase. We're doing a grip test, a vertical jump test every phase to see how their power output is, how their CNS is, which is central nervous system is. We gauge all of these things every phase, and we're able to build on it.
947. What am I trying to beat? 877.
Phase 2, general preparation, which is your basic strength block. Here's where you add squats, cleans, and other barbell lifts. You'll also introduce lower intensity jumps into their training. Important to note how detailed Prentiss is with keeping records. If you're not tracking, you're just guessing. And when you're dealing with multi-million-dollar athletes, guessing means you're out of a job real quick.
Every person's on a specific workout.
You see guys doing pull-ups, you see them doing squats, grunting and screaming their way through exercises. But surviving at the end of the workout. We kind of all feel like we're part of, a group here. Like we're very confident in what we do here, and I think we're very proud of it. Ben has kind of bred that in his gym.
An often overlooked part of lifting is atmosphere. When you got guys grunting through their set all around you, plates clanging, the smell of sweat hanging in the air, Metallica booming on the loudspeakers, there's nowhere to hide. You know you gotta bring your A game every time you step in the gym. So when your body squats 315 for 5 reps, you've got no other option but to hit 320 and beat him. That atmosphere forces the best effort, the best results out of you.
All right, here we go, last set.
It's kind of like controlled chaos. These are some of the best hockey players, the best athletes in the world. They're putting their livelihood in my hands. The pressure, it affects me nightly. When I'm talking to Quick before Game 6 of the Stanley Cup, and then he wants me to give him something to do to get pumped, yeah, I mean, I'll think, is this the right thing, or should I give him something else? I take it very serious, and there's pressure for sure.
The best coaches see athletes as a reflection of themselves and how well they did their job. Like Ben says, the pressure is constant. I can tell you from my own experience, I don't sleep that well in the summer because I'm thinking about my athletes all the time. At the grocery store, when I'm doing my laundry or going outside for a walk, I wonder, is what I'm doing enough to help an athlete reach that next level in their development?
Yeah. 8, 9. Good boy. All right. Outside we go.
Ben be able to give you a good workout on the back of a truck. Like, he knows how to use whatever's around him, and he knows how to get results. He's very smart. He's very creative as far as coming up with workouts.
Good. Brass, just move that back one out a little. Square your hips, square your hips.
Looks like Atkinson and Brassard are in phase 3 at this point because they're doing plyometric exercises, which is something you include later in the summer to transform the muscle and strength you have gained so far into power. Pretty much every hockey player does plyos wrong, turning them from an explosive movement to conditioning work. They don't understand the key is to keep ground contact time short. Jumps must be powerful and done for maximal height or distance to become explosive, which means you need low reps, long rest. This is a whole nother topic. I'm not going to go into it right now.
This is actually our last week of phase 3. We're just trying to build power. We're just trying to build some endurance in our legs and our body.
It's all sled pulling, reverse backwards, and it's like pretty much trying to drag a sled through mud.
Off the ice, I don't think anything else comes close to replicating the leg strength, stamina, and explosiveness a hockey player needs as pushing, dragging, or sprinting with a sled. Really cool variation, the one you just saw, where the first part of sled sprint is resisted. Someone is holding you back. And like Atkinson says, it feels like you're trying to get going while stuck in the mud. Then once your partner releases that resistance, you just explode off. Great for preparing your body to remain explosive late into a shift when your legs feel tired, but you still got to be able to hit that turbo.
The third phase, at that point of the summer, what we do is lower the force and increase the velocity. They've already gotten their strength, so now what we want to do is lower the bar weight and increase bar speed. They'll be able to neurologically be more efficient in showing up for camp at the highest power output available.
To recap, the training process over the summer goes like this. First, you get them healthy and moving well. Next, you get them bigger and stronger. Then you make them fast and explosive while also pushing their endurance up. Simplified? Yes, there's a ton more that goes into getting someone into NHL shape, but that gives you a general idea about what's going on.
I've been working out here for about 5 years now.
This is my second summer here. Yeah, this is my 4th year at body tuning, and it's Derick's first year.
Marty St. Louis was basically my first big-time guy. He became famous for the kind of how hard he trained in the summer. I don't advertise, I don't do Instagram or Facebook or anything like that, so it just became word of mouth.
You're starting to see more guys come from out of town and spend their summers here just to work out with Ben.
As a trainer, your results are your business card. I respect Prentiss a lot for what he has done to build his reputation and his business by producing results for Who knows how many NHL players he has trained over the years. In this era of Instagram gurus where people with no real-world experience or track record of producing high-level athletes are posing as an authority, I applaud Ben's success. He has done it the right way. Any aspiring trainer or strength coach should take note.
As professional athletes, they love to play hockey. They're here to get better for that. They're ready to get on the ice and get going.
Absolutely, at the end of the day, these are hockey players, not powerlifters. They love to play the game. And the only reason they hit the weights is so they can play the game better. There are guys who also like lifting, some way more than others, but the gym can never match the feeling you get on the ice. As trainers, we gotta keep that in mind.
You know, the transition on the ice, when they're working on their grip, they're going to work on being able to handle the stick better, shoot the puck harder. The Olympic weightlifting is going to help with power. Core exercises translate to rotational movement. The plyometrics that they do is going to help them changing of direction, being more explosive, shift to shift, being able to recuperate better. Those type of things all are physical qualities of hockey.
Is what I'm doing off the ice helping my performance on the ice? That is a question every athlete should ask himself. Certain things, which Ben just covered, can make you shoot the puck harder, skate faster, or push the tempo late in a game. But there are also plenty of things hockey players do that don't transfer to the ice, or even worse, they are detrimental to your performance. So don't just blindly follow what you see on social media or what your coaches tell you to do. Educate yourself on what really works and what doesn't.
2-on-1, it's continuous. Okay, so 1 regroup, 2v1. Here we go.
Last year going into camp and skating with my teammates for the first time in a long time, the one thing everyone was saying to me was, wow, you just look so much quicker coming out of the corners, escaping forwards who were forechecking you, and I felt it. A lot of the stuff we do here is explosiveness and power. The thing that gave me the most of was confidence. All these little things that led to me having my most successful season last year.
That's what off-ice training boils down to, seeing your hard work in the gym transfer to the rink. When you're in peak physical shape, your confidence will boom. You won't play scared, you'll try things your less confident self would not dare, and through that, you're going to make plays that show up on the scoreboard. And when everything clicks, like Shattenkirk mentioned, the result is your most productive season.
I have the NHL package, I'm watching all the games every night. You're nervous that everything's going to go right. Making the All-Star team, winning the Stanley Cup, winning the Masterton Trophy. Somebody's counted out, or they had a bad year, or they've hurt, or come back when people are doubting them, that's the best. I'm a small part of that, but to know that you helped out a little bit, yeah, I take pride in that for sure.
It's a great feeling as a coach to know that you made a difference. Watching your athlete win a championship or an individual award, getting drafted into the NHL, or getting called up to the national team for the first time, it never gets old. Still, credit always goes to the man in the arena, the athlete. He made it happen. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my thoughts on how some of the best hockey players in the world train in the off-season and want to see more content like this, then hit the thumbs up button so I'll make another NHL workout reaction video for you. If you have any questions about this one, drop it in the comments. Next up, be sure to watch this video right here where I take you through a full NHL lower body workout so you can get bigger and stronger like an elite hockey player. Peace out.